What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Ralphdatrader here, back with another video. Today's video, I just want to do a short video going over the Nasdaq trade that happened yesterday on Monday, and just to piggyback off of the video that I talked about on the last video about the signal on the day. Now, like always, guys, the signal days that I'm looking for, all right, the signal days that I look for, the same signal days, okay, closing breakout and inside day. All right, the levels, previous day's high, previous day's low, okay, previous week's high, previous week's low, monthly highs and monthly lows, and CP levels. And use the round numbers, okay, 50s and double zeros, the round numbers. All right, so now if you're using trading futures and you're using the round numbers, just to show you guys, the multiplier is going to be 2 divided by 5, okay? 2 divided by 5, that gives you your 100 point box, okay? So as you guys can see here, this is your 100 point box, okay? Right here to right here, all right? That's your 100 point box, all right? So, and I only use 50s and double zeros, all right? So now, let's get into this trade that happened on Monday. Now, as you guys can see that I did not get a daily signal, okay? Did not receive a inside day or closing breakout signal. So what do? Set an alert at previous day's high, at previous day's low. Now, once Sunday opens up, we can see that this market opens up on a gap, about a 32-point gap, but the market breaks out of our previous day's high, okay? There's my daily signal. Okay, I get the daily signal. All right. There was no major red news out on the day. So no major red news during the New York session. All right. Or whatever session you're trading. So as you can see, we get our daily signal. The market breaks out of our previous day's high. All right. During the Asian session, you can see it dumps back down. All right. Giving a little trapping shift during the Asian session, pulls back above our previous day's high. All right. Pulls back, retests the monthly level here. Then they break out once again. All right, during the gap time. And now, as you guys can see, that the market is continuing to trend up, putting in higher highs and higher lows. London session opens up, puts in a higher high. Then it begins to pull back. All right, dumping down. All right, this is a 1 hour dump. Okay, a 1 hour dump back to closing price, finding support. Okay, so we had a resistance at our closing price that became support. Okay, market pulls back, dumps down 1 hour. All right, so this is where we're just, you're just waiting and allowing the market to set up. So when you get ready to come to your charts during the New York session, now you have your daily signal. Now you're just looking for the pattern that you have mastered. What setup you've mastered? Is it the pump, coil, and dump? Is it the dump, coil, and pump? Is it trap and shift, A top, V bottom? All right. So you have your daily signal. All right. You have, now you just wait and allow the market to set up. We got our daily signal. We know we have no major red news. Now we just allow the market to set up and show us its hand. Is it going to give you the setup that you have mastered? Okay. That is all you're waiting on next. No needs to do anything else. No needs to draw any boxes. No needs to do anything else. You have your levels. Okay. You have your daily signal. You know there's no major red news. All right. You have everything you need on your charts already. So prior to coming to the New York session, all right. So if you come to the New York session around 8 a.m., you just wait patiently. Okay. We get a dump, which the market pulls back for 1 hour, a 1 hour dump. Okay. Now you can see that the market finds support at closing price. It begins to coil sideways. It breaks out around 6:45, pulls back again around 7. Okay, it's still coiling sideways. Now, as we get ready to head into our New York session during that first hour, we can see the market starts to trend up. So we're exercising our patience. We're not jumping in early. Okay, we're exercising patience. All right, it pulls back. We're going to stay disciplined and wait until the 9:30 candle closes. All right, New York Stock Exchange opens up, 9:30 candle engulfs the previous candle. Okay, what is an engulfing candle? An engulfing candle is when that candle is larger than its previous candle, right? So we get an engulfing candle. We stayed disciplined, all right? We stayed disciplined. We did not get in early. We waited until after the 9:30 candle closes. Then at 9:45, you execute the trade without fear. And just so you guys can see, you're getting in below the 00 level. So going for buys, all right, I want to get in before 00, or right at the level, okay? You get in before 00, okay? And you can target the 50 level, get you 50 points, or you can target the next 00 level and go for 100 points. All up to you guys. But we exercise patience. We had our daily signal, okay? Our daily signal where market breaks out of a previous day's high, okay? We exercise patience, allow the market to set up. We get a 1 hour dump, all right? A 1 hour dump, still exercising patience, okay? Because we're not at our chart yet. Market begins to course sideways. So once we come to our chart, I typically come to the chart around 9 a.m. I already knew that I had the daily signal. Okay. I see that the market gave me a nice dump, finding support right at closing price. Staying patient. I see that it had already begun to go sideways. Okay. So it's looking like my setup. So now I just have to stay disciplined and allow the market to continue to set up and see if it's going to give me the continuation trade. All right. Is it going to finish off the pump? 9:30, it engulfs. 9:45, you execute without fear. Now, if we put our EMA on there, okay, if you put the EMAs on there, as you guys can see that you can only trade this in one direction, guys. You can only trade this in one direction. All time frame traders in it. You're above the 20, above the 50, the 100, and the 200 EMAs. You can only trade it in one direction. Okay. So now if we go to the 5 minute, let's look at it on the 5 minute time frame because we're going to utilize the 5 minute entry criteria. Now, as you guys can see, and you already know, we had our daily signal. Okay, we got the signal on the day. That's the daily signal. Signal on the day. The market breaks out of a previous day's high. Okay, we get our 1 hour dump. Okay, 1 hour dump. All right, we're staying patient. We're staying disciplined because we're not at our charts yet. Okay, we're not at our charts yet. We come to our charts around 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., whatever time you come to your chart, whatever your process is. So by the time you come to the charts, all right, around 8 a.m., if you come around 8 a.m., that's when the session starts. Stacy says it's from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right, so 8 a.m., you can see the market has came back inside of your 20 EMA. You have your daily signal, okay? You know that you have no major red news. You can see that the market, it broke out, puts in a higher high, all right? It dumped back down, it coiled sideways. You can look at your EMA, it's coiling sideways, okay? You get your coil, all right? Get your coil. 8 a.m., around that first hour, you can see that the market has proceeded to close back inside of your EMA. Now you need to just exercise some discipline, stay under control, control your emotions. Okay, I'm going to wait till after 9:30. 9:30 explodes, giving us an engulfing candle, confirming your entry criteria. Candle closes inside of the EMA. Okay, you get the dump, the coil, then you get the pump. Now, right here is 9:35, 9:40, 9:45. So in a 15-minute time frame, we're entering in on this candle here. But as you can see, the 9:35, 9:40, all those candles are in the same area. Okay, you're getting in before 00. All right, so it will look something like this for me. This is how it will have looked for me. Boom. Okay, that's a 100-point move right there. Okay, that's how it would have looked for me. Now, due to I'm trading on Top Step, so the AWS had the whole thing shut down yesterday, but there was no trade. But just to show you guys that, you know, the setup was there. Okay, we had the daily signal, market breaks a previous day's high. We get the setup. Okay, I get the pattern, the dump, coil, pump. So at the end of the day, you guys, all you have to do is you know, understand your daily signal, understand market structure, knowing that price is making higher highs, higher lows, even though price broke out of the previous day's high, don't immediately look for a reversal. Okay. Understand a little bit of market structure. Price was making higher highs and higher lows. Okay. So at that point, you just need to allow the market to set up and look for the pattern that you are hunting, the pattern that you've mastered. Okay. Whichever pattern that is, it can be pump, coil, dump, dump, coil, pump, or trap and shift, A top, B bottom. All right. That is all you had to do. So you exercise patience and allow this market to set up. Stay disciplined without jumping in early. Okay. Stay disciplined without jumping in early, controlling your emotions because you've seen this before. Okay. You've seen this before. Then you execute your trade without fear. And then you just manage your trade. Okay. If you want to go to break even at a certain point, you do that. If you don't, if you just want to enter your trade and walk away, set your stop loss, take your entry, set your stop loss, set your TP, and walk away. You do that however you manage your trade. But like I always tell you guys, just keep it simple. All right. There's no need to do anything else. As you guys can see, I don't do anything else. I don't mark any other levels. I don't draw no boxes. I don't do anything else. This is just what I do. Okay. In these videos, I'm only showing you guys on what I do, and hopefully that it can help you out. Maybe you can take something from it and apply it to your trading, because that's all I did with Stacy. I learned from Stacy, then I took the information that I got from him and I made it work for me. Okay, because I don't do everything that Stacy does. Okay, but the thing that you have to do is you have to master a setup, master one of those patterns that he's giving you everything. Okay, just master the pattern, the pump, coil, dump, dump, coil, pump, or the trap and shift, and then follow your process. Follow your process. Okay. What session are you trading? What time are you coming to the charts? Okay. Is there any major red news? Whatever your process is, just follow your process and just master a dump, coil, pump, or a pump, coil, dump, or a trap and shift, A top, V bottom. All right. And like he always says, guys, markets only do three things. They break out, pull back and trend, they break out, fail and reverse, or they stay in a trading range. And today we had a market that broke out. It gave a pullback, which was our dump, and it continued to trend. And it continued to trend. Okay. So, like I was saying, keep it simple. There's no need to do anything else. Keep it simple and then just master a pattern. Master, if you want to just be excuse me, you want to just be long buys, only look for long trades. Just master this. Dump, coil, pump. Okay. If you want to be a short trader, you want to just short the market, master this. Pump, coil, dump. Or if you like the way that Steven does it, okay, the trap and shift. The trap and shift. V bottom, A top. That's all we got to do, guys. Master one of these patterns. That's it. That's all you got to do. Master one of the patterns, and you will get it. Just master a pattern. Look for it. If you want to look for the trap and shift, look for the trap and shift. Okay. If you want to just be biased to the short side like Stacy, just look for the same signal, same signals. Look for the pump, the coil, and the dot. That's it. So that's all I got, you guys. Just wanted to break this down to you guys and show you guys the setup that happened, on NQ. Yesterday we get our nice dump, coil, and pump. Right, market was making higher highs, as you guys can see from Friday. It was making higher highs when the market closed out. Higher highs, like higher lows. We break out, getting a signal on the day. Market dumps down, oil sideways inside of our EMA. All right, inside of our EMA gives us the nice engulfing candle right at the open for a easy trade setup. This was an easy trade setup. Sucks that top step was down, so I couldn't even take this trade, but it's all good because more is going to happen. And like I said, utilizing the 100 pip box, as you guys can see, you take an entry right before double zero. Okay, you could take an entry right before double zero. All right. So that's all I got, man. Peace and love. Y'all have a good one. And like always, work hard, stay disciplined, be patient, and know that your time will come. And be the reason someone smiles today. Be the reason someone smiles today. Now, before we get out of here, as you guys can see, we did get a daily signal. You did have a market that closed in breakout. All right, on NQ. All right, so we did get our daily signal where market closed in breakout. And as you guys can see, it broke out of the previous day's high, all right, giving us a signal on the day as well. But it's still early right now. It's about 5:20 Eastern Standard Time. So nothing to do here, but just to show you that you got the daily signal, you got the signal on the day. Now you just stay patient and go through your process and come to the charts during your time and window, all right, and see if you get a pump coil dump or a dump coil pump or a trap and shift A top V bottom. If you don't get it, then you just come back on Wednesday. All right. So that's all I got. Peace and love. Have a good one.